What's up, dudes? It's Andy again with Soblue Productions, here with Taylor Holly,
What's up, guys?
and we're here to cover the final round of the Titletown Monster Mash. First two rounds, really well. Good players, good play. Had a lot of good scores, and we're here met with some new competitors. Let's jump into the action.
So, Colin's still on the cards, played solid all weekend, leading the pack. Jay Woodroof again, Wiley local vet, hanging right in there, only 2 shots back. Darren having a real great tournament himself. And then the new guy on the card, Neal. Jared's a dynamic disc player out of Huntsville. This course sets up real well for him.
For sure. And speaking of how it sets up for him, hole 1, big par 4, wide open, 648 feet. You really just got to avoid the trees once you get to the second half of the hole, and it's all about your upshot here.
Yeah, hold it and play super hard, but about the third hardest on the course, I think, today, especially for the par 4 category. Again, I think a lot of what you can't see on camera here, and you might see a little bit with some flags, but these guys play with some nasty wind.
Yes.
On Sunday, we probably had anywhere between 20 to 40 mile an hour gusts that came in throughout the day. So you're going to see a lot of shots, kind of throwing in some headwind, do some crazy things. Colin, right out there in the open, kind of all you want to do on this hole. Jay, really great flex shot. Echo Star Destroyer, getting some real distance out of that. And again, you see all these guys nice and bundled up, Andy. It was a little chilly. I saw you out there.
It wasn't the most fun time I had filming some videos, but it was still fun.
Darren gonna do a little hyzer flip up, turned out over just a little too much. I think that was maybe his strike that he's been throwing pretty well, pumping for some distance.
He should still be in a good spot.
Sure.
There.
Oh, it's fine here. I think the biggest thing is just trying to get the most you can out of this. And here's Jared just crushing one off the tee. Gonna really
flex shot.
Really pump that thing out. Again, this course is going to set up great for Jared. He's got a big arm. Going to really be able to attack this course and go at some of these distance holes.
For sure. Here's Darren on the upshot. And he's got himself in a good spot here.
Yeah, just kind of want to throw from where he's at. I want to throw a hyzer out around this tree and bring it in, skip it just short of the gravel road out there. It looks like he tucked it in underneath the branch. Got a huge flare. Not exactly what he was looking for, but going to give him a chance at a birdie look for 3. And Jay, now this is kind of a make up your mind shot. You can go left here, can go right. He's throwing the backhand, maybe a turnover underneath the tree. Oh yeah, gotta go real low. Turn that over a little too much. I can see the wind blowing in these guys' face as we're talking about it. So again, you're just gonna see a lot of that today. Guys really had to fight for everything they got out there.
That should have got him in a decent spot for a putt there. Texas to Colin. He's in a really good position.
Sure. Should just be able to throw a big hyzer out around the tree. Bring it in, spike it. Just like that.
Well done.
Very well done. 15 feet maybe, 20 feet. Jared going to be, whew, good gracious.
That is a crush.
That's a crush. That's a crush. 648-foot hole, and he's probably looking at maybe $160 into the basket or something. That was a very nice pull. Oh, wow.
And hits the metal.
The pole. Good gracious. Give the camera a little smile. I'd be giving a little smile too for that one. See what Jay can do here with a birdie look just outside the circle. Gonna kick off the grasshopper there. Oh,
just a bit high.
Just a bit high.
A little roll away. This wind too just will keep the disc up on its edge. Doesn't help.
Darren going to get a look from maybe what appears to be just inside of 30. I had this same putt in my round. We don't want to talk about it, though, because may or may not have 3-putted from here.
Oh, man.
And Darren going to get a little tailwind push, what it looked like, and just really push that disc down. Kind of maybe got the nose down a little.
Yep.
Never got on the line.
Anything in this wind, one wrong angle.
Colin looking at a birdie.
Solid putt.
It's another one.
And his putter's been working all weekend.
I think for everything we've seen, he's got to be 100% inside the circle. Maybe that one kind of crazy on the knee putt he had back at Bowers that we saw on that other one that he didn't make that might have just been inside the circle, but I think he's hit everything that he's had a chance to look at. Ooh, and that is not typical of Jay there. Chain out high right on that. Going to end up taking a bogey, and he's going to be disgusted with that one.
Not what he wanted there to start off the round, but it's only one hole. Got a lot to go.
A lot of strokes out there in Palmore Gold.
For sure. So hole 2, this is a big par 5, 926 feet, and it is not easy. You got to pump it down this middle fairway OB to the left is the sidewalk and over. Luckily, the trees to the right are okay, but you don't want to be in there.
Yeah, I think this whole any play hardest on the day. Again, your drive here, like you're talking about, you just want to be in the fairway, but everything after that is trouble. You got OB to the left, nasty trees to the right you don't want to be in. There's a Mando on this left tree here that you don't want to miss. Colin going to get away with a little bit of a pull to the right, but just come back out by the bench from the blue pad. So should be set up pretty well to play another shot right down this fairway. So let's see how much Jared wants to attack this.
Looks like he goes with his Marshall, I believe.
Yeah, just a nice little mid-range or a putter. If that's probably a putter for Jared. Just throwing it right down the middle, making sure that he's in the spot. Biggest thing with this shot, making sure you're lined up for the next one. Darren going to just pull it over to the right. Might have got away with that.
Yeah.
Just skirted out of the trees there. Looks like Jay has shed the beanie. Maybe trying to get a little warmed up and get into action after that 5-man got him a little heated there.
Looks like he pulled this one a little bit into that
really
tree.
Try to turn on that. And again, that tree's got a Mando on it. May have just fallen inside where he can get around that Mando.
I think the Mando is actually on the other tree.
I think you're right. I think you may be right, Andy. I think the Mando may have been on the other tree. I apologize for that. So, lucky break for Jay there.
That is a good break.
Going to really challenge this OB. Kind of smart shot, though. Do it on a hyzer. Going to let it flare back in. Put himself back in the middle of the fairway.
Yep. That's all he can ask for at that point.
Sure. Give himself a chance to really maybe try to sneak out a birdie and worst case, get away with the par there. Jared talking to you, Andy. I don't know. He's trying to give you some... telling you he's about to throw this one in the basket from 800 feet, or is that?
Hey, maybe you got to be cautious.
And that's smooth as butter.
Very good looking shot. Got a little turn at the end, but came out nice.
Appears to be coming out. Oh, very nice. He must have been turning around telling you that he was about to pipe one.
Probably.
Really feeling confident in himself. Looking like Darren may try to do the same thing here. Not gonna quite get it turned over. Can maybe catch a hard limit, stay in bounds. Gonna have to go check where that one finished up.
And Colin in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, should just be able to throw something with a little turn to the right, stay in the fairway again. You just want to make sure that you don't go hard left from here.
And he releases good, a little low, but that should set him up there for a nice little look.
Should be right for a nice little hyzer approach to the basket. Maybe be able to tag it. It looks like Jay has put the beanie back on. So, really indecisive with the beanie.
Whatever's working.
Whatever's working.
Or not working.
Or not working.
A little turnover shot there. Hits the tree.
Caught that tree that just guards the basket. That's kind of a tricky tree. That tree a lot of people don't really look at as being in the way, but I've seen it catch many players. Darren going to elect to go with the forehand way out over the OB line. Trying to bring it back in. It does so, but I think that's going to leave him about 45 short.
Yeah.
Going to give him a little tester of a putt to clean up there. Colin should be able to attack this from here and put himself in a very ideal location to really just kind of throw a straight shot at this basket.
It looks like he did just that.
Executes. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Gets him in the circle there. And like you said, Jared did he really pumped that one out. That's got him set up for a really easy 3-shot. Or what should be.
Very nice. Great touch. Should leave himself a short little tap in. Jay going to be under the branch here. Just throwing a little putter shot. I think the wind kind of messed with him there. Didn't really want to give it a run. Didn't quite trust it enough. Just wanted to get off the hole. I think he's a little frustrated. So just want to move on from there.
And again, it's just a little low there.
A little short. That tended to be his miss, I think, from the whole weekend. What a putt.
Great putt there.
Jared. Boy, I tell you, I was on the card in front of them, and every time I turned around, it seemed to be that Jared was banging in a 30-footer from somewhere. So,
yeah, he actually left him a little bit more there than I thought he did, but that was a very solid putt. Colin doing the same.
Absolutely going to put the birdie in. It's a great birdie. Like I said, again, that played was the hardest hole in the course. So really great for those guys to get 4s. Jay and Darren taking 5s.
That's not that bad there. I mean, that's
great lead card.
Tough hole.
Sure.
That'll take us to this hole number 3. Got a par 4, 651 feet. Another very open hole until you get down to this little fake island, and it is playing OB. You just got to stay left or just behind it. And the basket's 20, 25 feet from it, so really shouldn't have any trouble as long as you stay wide.
Yeah, biggest thing here is set yourself up great on the second shot, depending on what your strong suit is. If you're a good forehand player, you want to leave yourself left, forehand out around the lake. Maybe if you're a backhand player and you just know where you want to straight over the fake lake, you can leave yourself straight or a little right. Looks like Colin elected to go a little right, and again, that plays out well for him because he's just done some great putter shots all weekend. Jared trying to go really big here, really attack the left side of this fairway, and I think he did. Going to hyzer back out to the left.
And that's a big shot.
Yep. It's like Darren maybe pulling out that strike again. And again, turned it over just a little too much. And I think the same thing happened for me. We had a little bit of a headwind on this hole. Turned mine over a little far right. It's like Darren just couldn't quite dial that in. Jay going to pull out the Echo Star Destroyer again. Try to really get some distance on it.
And that headwind, you can tell, is just not letting the disc work.
Yeah, and it just, it was really kind of coming in gusts. I think it really kind of played around with the players a little bit. Didn't seem like it was as big as it was, but really affected the flight of a lot of these discs.
Jay going with a big hyzer on the upshot. And that settles in pretty nicely there.
Great shot by Jay. Settle in and give himself a nice little birdie look. Looks like Darren's maybe just going to attack this straight over the fake lake.
Yeah, going with the forehand hyzer. Taking his time, judging the wind.
That may be a little more on a hyzer than he wanted. And I think it looks like it's going to be OB. We'll see when Darren gets up there what the call is. It looks like he might have just landed inside of that fake lake.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Colin way out here to the right. Gives him almost a similar shot as what he threw day 1 from the blue pad. Going to really attack it with a straight line shot.
And this looks really good.
Looks very good. Go in. Whew. Just underneath the basket. Great shot from Colin there.
And you can see Jared's big drive again. Leaves him with a pretty simple upshot.
Looks like maybe that was...
Maybe got away from him a little bit.
A little bit. Not exactly what I think you wanted from there. Maybe a little too much hyzer.
And yeah, Darren did go OB here.
Coming out, trying to make a 4 run here, save a par. See what kind of effort he gives this one. Gonna get away from a little high again.
And I think that headwind too on these putts and upshots, kind of grabbing it, just lifting it up.
Sure. Jared with another one of those just outside the circle putts, and again, like I said, I mean,
Center
just
chains.
every time I turned around, he seemed to be nailing one that day. It was a great putt.
Really, really good way to start this round off for him, especially since he battled back to get on this top card. Jay looking to do the same.
And again, just a little right. That's been the miss that he had on hole 1, and again on hole 3. So maybe hopefully Jay can dial it in a little later, but seems to be just a little off in the early going. Good putt for Darren. Finished up with the bogey there. Not exactly what he wanted, but again, not taking a huge number, keeping himself in contention.
Right.
For now, I'm going to move on to the next hole. So, Colin playing this hole just textbook.
Very well done.
Yep. Going to take the birdie and move on.
And that's how you draw it up.
And Jay going to tap in for the par here as we move on to hole 4.
So you see a couple of birds there. 1-5. But all right, we're going to hole 4. This one's a little simple par 3, righty hyzer, 260 feet. And the only thing you got to worry about is the backside, just at circle's edge. The tall grass is OB.
Yeah, it's a blind shot for these guys. Really just kind of a comfort shot. You want to pull out, whatever. For me, it was a breaker, just a little putter with a little stability on it. Hook it around the tree line. And again, like you said, you don't want to go long. Circle's edge, just outside of there. Just don't want to push anything crazy. just kind of out there to play with your mind a little bit, because this tree line short is absolute, dead in the water. So looks like both these guys carried the corner good enough.
Those should be in really good spots there.
Jay going to break out the rare forehand here. Oh,
and
my
just
goodness,
pulled that one over.
I think actually the same thing in the first round. So it's interesting to see him go with that shot again, because he threw that in the first round and hit the exact same tree. So Darren going to push out the backhand. Sorry, guys. Looks to be a little low. Skip up there underneath the basket, though, and I believe that's exactly how he wanted to draw that one up.
And Jay actually got a little bit of a break on the edge of this tree bush area. It could have been some thick to throw from. And he makes that a pretty simple up shot.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Almost gives it a run in.
Wow.
Jared looks to make this 4 in a row.
Bang. Wow. It's an incredible start. You start 4 down out here. You have
Definitely.
a chance to shoot a hot round for sure. So great job by Jared. Get rolling early. Colin looking to do the same. Oh, and just left it a little high. And again, maybe like you said earlier, maybe just a little bit of that headwind picking that putt up. So Jay going to finish out. It's a great par save from where he was.
Good cleanup.
Could have been a little worse.
And Darren, like you said, that tee shot is exactly how you want it to end up, and easy birdie from there. All right, so Jared, as we said, starts the round off 4 under through 4. Let's see how much he can keep that going. Darren joins him with the 2 there on hole 4.
Yeah, and at this point in the round, Colin's giving himself a little bit of separation, looking at a 6-stroke lead at this point. So, kind of just going to start maybe playing some safer shots and doing what he needs to do.
Definitely.
Hole 5, 405 feet. Pretty simple here, Andy. Biggest thing is just don't be right. You got to OB down the entire right side of the hole. You just want to make sure that you don't let the headwind carry yourself way over to the right. You're probably going to see a lot of these guys bail out left.
Right.
Looks like that's what Jared did there. Exactly. Just bailed out left. Stayed safe.
And it's a reachable drive. It's just whether or not you want to challenge that in this wind.
Right. Correct. Just really big room for error, challenging that line. Looks like Darren's maybe pulling out Colin Thunderbird, maybe?
Just early release.
Yeah, and really maybe thought there was a little more headwind than there was. I hope that just going to flip up a lot, but just, again, bailed out left. I think that's going to be a familiar play.
Yeah, and that's fine. Colin taking a different approach, going straight at it.
Wow. Disc with some good stability and some good trust, yeah, because he flipped that thing up, even started to push a little right before it came back left, so. I believe this may be a misstamp destroyer that's got a Wraith stamp on it. Jay's throwing here. It's got a little more stability than that Echo Star destroyer he's throwing. Getting a lot of headwind he's dealing with, so really want to kind of lay into something. But again, same results. First 2 guys bailing out left, staying safe. So
I think that actually gives him a decent look. Darren with his upshot.
Going to choose to go real hyzer here. Leave himself about a 15-foot cleanup putt from par.
Yeah.
Jared looking to go 5 in a row here. This would be a huge putt if he decided to go 5 in a row. This would be crazy hot start.
He gives
wow.
He gives it enough. Almost too much there.
Right. Really pushing that OB line back there.
You could see he wanted it, though. Jay just couldn't get it on line there. Just trying to string it together.
Again, man, anything outside of 30, Andy, this wind's just playing with this disc so much. It's really tough to catch a line, put one exactly on the line you need it to. Wow, dead center.
That's a beautiful putt.
I can't say enough about a putt like that. Like, again, the wind that they were dealing with, that's a great putt.
And if he didn't hit the band on the last hole, he'd actually be 5 through 5 here. So a great start for Colin as well.
Colin as well, sure. Jerry going to look to clean up here, just escaping the OB, being just a bit short. Very nice cleanup putt. Very nice.
Those are important putts in rounds, especially final round. You can't be giving any strokes away. A lot of the players on the second card were playing well too.
Good cleanup putt by Darren. Going to see Jay give a tap out. Looks like Colin going to walk away with the only birdie on the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And again, continue to separate himself from the pack.
There's Jay.
Jay not too thrilled about that, yeah. So move on to a 7-stroke lead now. Really starting to separate himself.
He really is. And especially with these conditions, it's going to be hard for anyone to attack him on that lead spot. That takes us to hole 6. They're throwing from this little cubby in the woods, and it's only 384 feet, but it's a really tight anhyzer for most of these right-handed players.
Yeah, and biggest thing you want to do here is you don't want to challenge the tree line too much. It was a really difficult hole to try to get a birdie on for the day. A lot of guys going to bail out left, especially with the wind playing as much as it was. Just want to make sure you don't make any huge mistakes here. Try to get a 3, move on.
It's like Jared throwing a big ante, flexing out a little bit.
Yeah, and just going to come out again. You just couldn't really trust a whole lot. You don't want to go way right. Had a little bit of a tailwind here that helped. But again,
and you can see these trees. I mean,
sure,
they're moving around.
I think these players, again, the first 3 or 4 holes dealing with such headwind, kind of hard to figure out quite what that wind was doing enough to trust to really turn something over. And that tailwind on this hole was just pushing everything out left for a lot of these guys. So you're going to see a lot of bailouts left.
Jay is able to go with the hyzer here.
Yeah, I got the advantage being a lefty against a big shot. Looks like he's able to skip in out there. Going to give himself a long, long run. See if he can't run something that makes it to the basket. Real smooth, very nice. Leave himself a 5-foot finish for a 3.
And you can see all these players, as long as you don't go into the trees on the right side, gives you a chance at some sort of a run.
Yeah, and this hole, it's one of them holes where you just didn't want to make the big mistake. I think it played almost right at par on the day for all the cards. 0.09 above par. So again, just everybody kind of managing their 3, making sure not taking the huge mistake and moving on. So Jared again with upshot there, leave himself a tap in. Darren going to have been close to the pin. Again, probably still looking at 80 to 100 foot run right here. See what kind of effort we can get out of him.
Just a little right.
A little right. A lot of things going on out there. Wind changes. So, bunch of tap outs.
And they'll all take their par 3 here. And Colin and Jared both with the 4 under through this round. It's a good battle on this round, but Jared's just got to find a way to attack if he wants to keep that hot round going. Takes it to hole 7, par 4, 604 feet. This is a very interesting hole. You got to throw over the road. Road stays OB to the left. Then you got this tree line just leads down to the basket. Good par 4.
Oh man, that'll tell you what the wind was doing right there, Andy.
Yep.
That's a great action shot of Colin. Just kind of giving you an idea of just how this is about that point in the day where we started really getting those 30+ mile an hour wind
you can
gusts.
just see it. I mean, it is difficult.
Yeah, and it was really tough to trust anything, to know what to throw. You just kind of have to go out there and kind of give your best effort of something really reliable and dependable, and make sure you threw some kind of safe shot. Colin being a little animated there. Again, but a really great action shot to show you just how crazy this wind was. And now Colin elected to go with a very rare route. Not a lot of guys took, going way out here over this right side. But I think as far as where the wind was for that day and the comfort shot, that was something for him. He just took something really stable, threw it out over to the right, and could trust it to kind of hang on in the wind.
Jared going with that same right side.
Maybe the only 2 guys I think all day that went out
And
that route.
that one actually got stuck. So.
Oh, to stay up in the tree? Oh, wow. Again, I was on the card in front, so couldn't really see that, but that's crazy. Darren going to look to go more of this left line, which tends to be a little bit of a turnover shot, and then something you want to just flatten out. Make sure you get off the light pole. And that's pretty ideal. It's a little low. I think Darren would have liked to have been a little higher on that, but again, you just want to get to that ridge just over it, kind of leave yourself about a 320-foot shot into this basket. So
Jay going the same way, naturally. And that's really nice hyzer.
Yeah, that's more the line you're looking for. It's a very nice shot down there around that post from the blue pad. So Jared playing underneath the tree. Got kind of an open backhand line, hyzer into the basket. Looks to have released it a little early. I may have finished down there. I didn't quite know where he finished out any, maybe inside the circle. Didn't seem to be disappointed in it. So Colin going to have a real similar line. Just a hyzer shot. Again, making sure you're throwing something stable. Don't let the wind mess with it too much. Bring it in and just hope it bites around the basket. You don't want to go long here. You got a really big ravine behind the basket. It's casual creek, but it rolls all the way down the hill. So you just want to make sure that you kind of stay up on that flat land.
Jay, you can see the wind just gets up under it.
Push that
disc. That tree.
Way right.
Tough shot, especially with the tailwind.
Darren going to look to go with the forehand here. Maybe looking at going backhand out over the right side, and then switches back to the forehand. I think the forehand's more of a comfort shot for Darren. Probably something.
I think the wind had a lot to do with the.
I'm sure.
Gets it up a little high.
Doesn't quite love it. Did that go in? No way. With the Soblue replay. Oh,
and that is a huge shot.
What an eagle. That is awesome.
Fantastic.
Wow. Great shot.
You don't see many twos on this hole. That's for sure.
A little salute to the crowd. Well deserving. Definitely the only two of the day.
It's hard to follow that up.
I don't know how you follow it up if you're Jay. You're going to pitch up putt and take it forward and just move on. Oh.
You can blame that one on Darren.
Yep. I was all these guys. I'd blame it on Darren. Oh, wow. That got a little bit away from Colin there.
And they're actually really, really close. Probably 15 feet.
Sure. It'll be a great shot. We'll see.
Nice birdie. And you can still see that wind is just ripping.
And Colin left himself a little work here over this ravine now. And this tree from where he's at, you can't quite tell the angle, but it is almost directly in his line, just a little to his left. So I'm going to have to go a little baby hyzer around the tree, uphill, with some wind at his back. Oh, no. Woo. Really got lucky there on that roll to only take the 5 and not all the way back down the hill and possibly be worse. So.
And a really big hole there for Darren. Gets 3 strokes on the leader.
Puts himself back within 5,
right.
which is definitely doable. So that was big. He went from being 7, 8 down all the way back to 5 down real quick.
So here we got hole 8, another par 4, 692 feet. This one you just got to stay to the right of the road. Nothing else is OB. But then you get to this elevated basket, and that can cause a lot of problems, especially in this wind.
Yeah, and as you see by the flag right there, back to some more headwind. Which is just crazy because hole 2, a lot of people don't know, but basically with the course design, hole 2 is the exact opposite direction, but those guys were playing in headwind on hole 2. It just seemed like all day guys were playing in headwind. This hole played the hardest on the course the entire day with a 4.63 average, I believe. So well over par. Jared looking to be ideal. Almost cut rolls back in the road, but lucky to stay out. Jay going to really try to flip something up in this wind. And
just
again, that Wraith Stamp Destroyer is a really, really stable disc in Jay's bag. And so just, but again, just trying to throw something he could trust. This wind was.
And that's the place you want to miss if you're going to miss. Colin going out towards the right as well.
That is trying to cut back, but the wind is just pushing and pushing and pushing. That's a very ideal drive there. So great shot by Colin. A little Scotty in the background. Looks like had a little dog action there. Jay with the upshot. Looks like he's going to leave it.
Just got caught.
Yeah, got caught up in that wind, man, and pushing way short and right.
That's tough. And Darren in the casual water.
Maybe some casual relief, I'm guessing. Okay. And we did play direct line, casual relief, so Darren was able to get that directly to his left. Be able to throw in that flat ground, which was nice. Again, kind of landing out there where Jay's at. They're just really hard to attack this hole with this wind they had. So.
Colin off after his well-placed drive. Just going to try to get something up close to the basket.
See if maybe Colin can attack this from here. Again, ideal location. That looks to be on a great line. Slide in here. Got the skip.
Really good
shot. The non-Palmore skip that you usually don't get at Palmore. Grass is kind of thick out here, so you usually don't get any skips like that, but got some love. Going to set himself up great for a possible birdie look.
And here you got Jared Neal for his upshot. Going with the big hyzer.
Yeah, Jared going to have the big hyzer out around the trees. Problem with that is, that headwind, man, is just really hard to push something the distance you needed with that wind blowing right back in your face.
But that gets him set up with a putt.
Got to really look to try to cut this wind, get something up close, capitalize. Looks like he's nestled it just underneath the basket.
Should be good there.
Should be fine, yeah. See if Darren can do the same here. Maybe a little zone backhand. Again, throwing something stable, cutting into this wind, doing a great job. Again, not my ideal location. I like to be a little left on this hole, almost be a little basket height with the elevated basket, but if you can get up underneath it, it's not that big a deal. So,
You can see the wind just ripping.
oh no, wow. The not so blue replay.
Just takes it the last second. That's
Bonkers.
Unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate. I don't know that Jared could have thrown that one any better.
No, it was a great putt.
Yeah. See if Colin can maybe watch what Jared did and try to auto-correct. Or, I mean, I don't even know if that's auto-correctable. It's just a wind gust. But see if he can't find a way to fight this wind here and make this putt. Saucy.
Right in the sweet spot.
Saucy.
Huge birdie.
Again,
Especially after this last hole, you know, a couple others got a good bit of strokes on him.
Going to look to extend that lead again. All right, let's see if Jared can get his mind right after that. See if he can clean this up here. Oh, no, just
a bit
off
high.
the top. Yep. And you just wonder, I mean, mentally after kind of getting a crazy bad break like that, to come back putt if it doesn't always mess with you. Unfortunate to go from a possible 3 look
It really is.
to a bogey.
He played the hole really well.
He did.
And there you can see Colin with the lone birdie 3.
Getting that lead back out to 6 strokes, a little more comfortable range. You know, if anybody gets down to 4, so things get a little nervous. But
Yep. And it takes us to hole 9, par 4, 532 feet. And this one just got to get through one of the first 2 gaps up front, and then down here at the basket, it's under the canopy of trees.
yeah, biggest thing for these guys is pick a gap, be confident. You know, cutting through it. Looks like Colin's gonna go up the right gap here. Hyzer flip it a little bit. Had some headwind, but a good stable disc there. Oh no! He hits that post right out. Look at him.
The Tiger Woods fist bump.
That's it. Nailed it. Darren looking also electing to go up this right gap. Gonna not quite flip it up as much as he wanted yet, but gonna be out in the middle of there, which is about all you can ask for. You just get through the gates and give yourself some type of look for an upshot.
You should see Jay here with the left gap.
Again, I think that's that same. I could be calling that disc wrong, but I think it's a Wraith Stamp Destroyer. I believe it's just really, really stable. Looks like he's maybe trusting that disc with this crazy wind we got.
If it's not, that's what we're calling it.
Sure. And Jared looking to go maybe big around the tree here, starting with a real wide start.
Oh yeah,
going huge up and around the tree. See if we can keep an eye on this disc.
And it just came down by the
just
fence.
Catching the fence post. Jared's super ecstatic about that. What a lucky break there. Going to keep him in bounds and still give him a chance to maybe take a 3 or a 4 on this hole. Jay pulling out that pearly gator again. Time and time again, trusting this disc, especially in this wind. Bringing it in just around that tree. Great shot. Going to give him about a 15-foot look for a birdie putt.
Yeah, and that shows you just taking that left gap. Gives you a pretty simple upshot look as long as you can get through it pretty clean.
Yeah, really paying off for Jay. Colin kind of going with a shot that he's thrown all weekend. Very confident, just a real standstill, backhand approach shot, nestling underneath the basket there. Darren pulling out the zone, and really releasing low with that. I think he was really thinking too much about cutting into the wind and staying underneath it. Just came out low there, not what he was looking for.
Jared just coming up a little short there at the tree. Still should have a putt.
It should be still looking at maybe about a 25-footer or so to clean up for birdie. Darren going to have a little longer look here, maybe trying to make up for the not-so-good approach shot. See if he can't make something happen.
Gives it a bid, just a little lift.
Just a short lift. Really going to be kicking himself with that approach shot for not really dialing something in there after having such a great drive.
Yeah, that's tough. Jared sizing up the 3.
This has been Jared's range. All day today, they've been pretty hot from here. Ooh, just wide right.
Just a little miscue just after the hole 8.
It really makes you wonder if it's just kind of lingering around, staying in his head. So maybe he can figure out a way to come back from that and see if he can't let that go. Dial something else in. Colin with a 3 look here. Be a great 3. Continue to stress that lead out on some of these players.
For sure.
Dead center. Time and time again this weekend. Great putt.
Like you said, anything in the circle just doesn't appear to be missing.
Jay going to step up and try to keep that gap as close as he can with Colin. Dead center putt, great 3.
Yep, solid 3.
Trying to stay on those heels, man. Trying to stay as close to Colin as he can. Give him everything he's got. Jared going to maybe clean up. There we go. Putting that back in, shaking his head. Maybe that's the shake off. Maybe shake it off there and move on. So.
And he cleans up his par still. It's a little disappointing, but you see there Colin and Jay with the 33s. And that'll do it for the front 9 here.
Colin stretching that lead out.
Oh, yeah.
7 strokes of the entire rest of that pack right there. Kind of a 3-way tie for second place. Going into this back 9. I think Colin's in a comfortable place for that 7-stroke lead. Really allows him to just kind of do his game.
And you can see Jared putting together a good round, trying to catch up. We'll see what happens in the back 9. Should be a good one. As always, appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and go check out Soblue Productions on Instagram. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. See ya.